me, Steve.
I go on then.
That one's for you.
Top. Well, welcome back to the show, guys.
Hi, welcome back to the programme. This is your NE FILTA podcast. Live and erect.
I'm steaming.
Aye. I'm Boots. Aye. We're just discussing there how long it is we've been gone for this now. It's been 6 months without a break.
Aye. After we came back after the Christmas break, we've banged the podcast every weekend.
Every week for you, the crew.
That's fucking Sunday, and that, you know.
Aye, so we're going to take a break before long on the season finale.
Aye, we'll start winding down now, guys, for the season finale.
Aye.
Number 3, maybe.
Like, we're both going on holiday, so there will be a gap in your usual air service.
In your regular scheduled programming.
Aye.
But I've got a very big season finale planned, an extra special one.
We're going out with a bang, eh?
But I cannot see any more.
Aye. Oh, so Steve, what's been happening in the world this week?
Hey, that's not
Zuzi's come out of the show.
I seen there's a couple of new signings for the tune.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you can just know for a fact that crowds are gonna be singing that.
Aye, that's in class, isn't it?
Batman t-shirts flying around that all hour. So basically, Newcastle United have agreed a deal in principle with LOSC Lille to sign Dutch defender Sven Botman for an undisclosed fee, holding off competition from a host of European sides to secure the highly rated centre back. So he's not like an internationally renowned like superstar now yet, but he's like up and coming, isn't he?
He's just young.
And,
but it's definitely at the tune. He's at the tune with the shirt and that.
I know he's been signed now. So he completed his medical on Tyneside and agreed the terms of his 5-year contract. The formalities of the transfer, it says, are set to be concluded this week. Maybe this is old. But
I know he's there.
Yeah,
he's signed with the shirt and that. His pictures took and everything with the owners.
So 22-year-old, not yet a national renowned player, but has a huge potential and promising career ahead of him. And Newcastle might be the place for him to grow and become the superstar, you know?
Way aye.
Class, that's what you want, isn't it?
With defence is lethal now, like.
Aye.
The moon with that signing.
Some young up-and-comers, you know?
Aye. And we've got that goalie and all.
The new breed, the new entertainers.
Aye. He's solid, him, you know. I was watching watching a video. I like him, like. He's like, you know, when he tackles, like, he guns in full on, like. But really good, rather than just being a PR moron like Titus Bramble used to be, and just snapping blokes for fun and getting sent off. But the thing is, are you even allowed to tackle like that now? It's fucking shite.
Nah, man, it's a fucking joke, isn't it?
Yeah, these are like a G-string.
Like fucking, you like shoulder, like tap somebody and they do a fucking backflip and like on the floor crying. So it's a different game nowadays, guys.
It is, aye.
Not like when we were fucking bands.
Yeah, you know it is. It is a different game though. Like it's funny, like when you say that there, but then like our dads and that when they were like watching like when them were loving it, you
used
know.
To be like rugby then.
Yeah, man, you watch videos of Vinnie Jones and all that. He's jumping in at the hip and that, man.
Yeah.
And it was mint though, you know, like obviously dangerous and that, and he was a villain of the game, but they weren't all like that. But it was a hell of a lot more like aggressive, like, and it was better.
That's that classic photo where he's grabbing Gaza's bollocks. Gaza's fucking crying or something. I'll put it in the video here, guys. Wasn't there another signing? I haven't got it in my notes, but
the goalkeeper Pope.
Aye.
He's going to be England's next number one if he can get. I think anyway. But he says he wants Champions League football and that. I put that poll on through the week. Like it was funny, you know. It was I think one of them was Newcastle qualify for Europe or Newcastle get a cup, and I would pick the cup every day. Like because since I've been forever, since I can remember, I've never obviously seen Newcastle win anything, and it's always been like we had them like I think it was 3 seasons off the trot. We got into maybe it's 2 finals or one final, 1 semi or 1 quarter. I don't even know. It was years ago, but I think it was 2 finals. It was Man U pumped with Arsenal pumped with 1 year after the other. That was the FA Cup. It was fucking unreal memories, you know. And then I think it might have been the year after or a couple of years after we got put out in the semi or something like that. But I've just, you know, it's just like buzzing to see Newcastle win something. So I would take the cup over the Europe spot any day, mate.
Yeah, just fucking get something won.
It'd just be unbelievable to see we win something.
I know.
But then there was another one I put on after that would be.
It would be like.
It was Newcastle get Europe, they win the League Cup, but Sunderland puts out the FA Cup, and then the other one was Newcastle qualify for Europe, or Newcastle get top 10 finish or something. And some people voted for top 10 finish. You know, I would happily see Sunderland beat we as long as we won a fucking cup and qualify for Europe.
Aye, 100%.
Like, obviously it's shit in that, but there's no chance I would want another season just getting a top 10 finish.
I wonder when the next time we get a fucking derby is.
And wait, that's why I said that, because it could be next year, FA Cup, innit?
Aye.
I would see Sunderland come up again, mate. Have them in the Premier
I
League.
would love it, mate.
Derby days are
Derby
mint.
days are class. I love it, aye.
It's like a celebration that day, even though we got pumped, like, what was it, 6 in a row?
Aye. There's obviously people who like fucking take it too far, like, and start smashing up the fucking city. That bloke who was scrapping the horse and that.
Know.
But I mean, you know, it's a bit of friendly competition.
No, wait.
Really.
To be fair, like, that horse did gan for him,
he
did have
his cap off, his tooth fell off.
It was the cold wind was sensitive on his teeth. There's actually a clip of that somewhere on the internet.
Yeah, he got sacked from his job and everything, didn't he? He was on the fucking Tainties news and all that.
What a liberty, man! Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine waking up the next day, like hungover a little bit, and then just realising what you've done?
And the paper shot and buying the Chronicle.
his last be that. Fucking again. Fucking taking it. You have to take it too far, haven't you? He's like, I didn't do know, and he stood there like,
you scrapping horses again, no? Pulls up the paper.
Hero. Oh, poor cunt. He had bad teeth, so he had his scarf over his face.
I know, it was fucking cringe, wasn't it, man? His excuse. Some boy, eh?
Some boy.
Let's just keep it on the pitch, guys.
Class.
What else has been on the Giddy Giddy Girl? There's a few things to talk about in the fighting game, guys. Did you watch Usyk and AJ? Not the way in the press conference yesterday or the day before.
Nah,
it was the second one they've done. It was pretty good. It was pretty like low key. Like they weren't really saying anything too crazy. I don't know. I think Usyk's like coming from a place of like, obviously he's coming from a war torn country, and I think he's like a different animal mentally. Like boxing's like easy. He's been like on the front line of a fucking war zone. Literally, you know what I mean?
Literally,
and like I think he's gonna be mentally like
unbeatable.
Strong, like mentally strong, you know.
And no one's getting in his head, is it?
Having said that, AJ's got a new trainer, that Roberto Garcia, who's like a well-renowned. He's trained loads of champions and that. And he was speaking a bit, and he says that we've been training to work towards AJ's strengths. He's got the size advantage, the reach, the power. He says so we're trying to work to those advantages, but also be kind of durable and be able to change, because we know that. Because Usyk was saying that I know what they're expecting me to be the same as I was in the last fight, but I'm going to be different. So AJ might be training for one thing, and then Usyk's going to come and do something else. But I think AJ should he needs to work, because he's not going to outbox him.
Nah.
He needs to just like try and bully him and like just try and smash him. I think like. But I don't know. Like I would love to see AJ win it, you know, and I really hope he does. Obviously because he's like our countryman and that, you know. And then that might pull Fury out of retirement and all to be the biggest British fucking boxing fight in history. If when AJ and Fury, imagine if they do eventually meet in the ring with all the belts on, it'll be fucking lethal, man. It'll be unreal. Tyson will pump him pump him, bother, but I think it'll be an easy fight for. I honestly think it'll be an easy fight for Fury. It'll be like his last fight, I reckon. Probably knock him out in like the 6th or something. I honestly think so. I think AJ's no any other level of Fury, like in terms of a boxer. But I do like AJ though. I think he's a great guy. But
I hated all that crack, you know, when the whole Black Lives Matter thing and everyone was calling him a racist and all that. I didn't buy into that at all. I don't think he's a racist at all.
I think he's a nice bloke. But I hope AJ goes.
He's a good role model.
I hope he does go back to the drum board, new tactics, new trainers. He was saying as well, he's like training. Is it Southampton?
I don't know.
Maybe totally off, or wherever he is, Tottenham or something like that. Where he's trained his whole life, and that's where he's been up until now. Now he's moved to America for the first time, and he's got a new camp, new mind space and all that. And he's hopefully he's going to be a different animal when he comes out the gates next.
A different breed.
He's changed it all up. He's got, like you were saying, like, no disrespect to my old coaches, so I've been with like my whole career and that. There's no love lost and all that. But it was time to change it up and like branch out, which is like you see a lot of fighters do. Like Fury did that. Even when Fury was winning. Obviously when he drew against Deontay Wilder the first time, he switched up his training camp, didn't he, for the next fight?
Ben Davis,
and he got that Kronk Sugar Hill in, and fucking hell, he was like a different fighter. Yeah, he came out aggressive, didn't he? The next fight, he came out just fucking. It was class.
Yeah, watch that again, did it?
It was class. I love that. Hey, if you didn't know, guys, we did a react review Tyson Fury video.
Oh, did I?
We spent hours on that video and I watched it.
What a pair of sad cunts, eh? We spent all day on that.
It was fun though.
We did it. We had a great time.
What a day that was. I lost my voice that day, screaming at the fucking telly.
Actually didn't watch it.
It's fucking cringe.
The old time with boxing, he's seen the Triple J and Canelo have been having their press conferences.
I've seen it happen, but I've not watched it though.
How's that going? You know what it is? To be honest, I watched it, right? Canelo's got a translator and Triple J's got a translator. I give it 3 minutes. I put it on with my tea and I was like, yeah, you fucking joking.
I was waiting till the fight.
Can't be watching this fucking shit. But it seems like there's some bad blood there. Like,
really?
Not with Triple J, but Canelo's here.
Really?
And I'm like, aye.
Yeah, as if I still can't believe that Canelo got beat. Like, that still hasn't sunk in for me. Fuck me. Like I saw like that press conference was happening. I was thinking, Canelo might lose his... Oh, yeah. He's already lost it. I was like, fucking hell. Not that he had it all because he got beat before, but he had his streak. And I was thinking, fuck me, man. He got beat, didn't he? Like, a few weeks ago. And I was like, fucking hell. I still... Doesn't feel real, does it? The unbeatable man.
I know, But to be fair, he was going up and weight all the fucking time.
100%.
It was eventually going to happen. And speaking about that...
He's class.
As well, moving up and down in weights and all that. Have you seen the UFC this weekend?
I've seen it, I
reckon Adesanya's getting beat, mate.
Do you reckon?
I reckon he is. Cannonier's been around for years, you know. He's just been like he's been like floating around, like not doing like too much, but he's been there since I've been watching it, like a fucking few years, like. And he used to be heavyweight though, and then he went down to light heavy.
I saw that photo he put on, and
he's
fuck me, he's in some nick now, isn't he?
Fucking right. That's the killer gorilla, that.
I know.
And, I think he's gonna stop him. Like, I think he's just.
Do you reckon?
I do.
He looks massive compared to Adesanya. Like, I saw them doing the face-off, and he looks fucking like huge.
I think that'll be it, mate. And then there's Holloway and Volkanovski having their third.
Fucking hell, what do you reckon?
And isn't it mad that they're having a third? Because obviously Volkanovski won the first two, but I watched them, man.
Wasn't it controversial?
So close. So close. And even Bisping was calling it, the second one, and he was saying as he was calling, he was like, nah, fucking Holloway has won this. And then he had to interview him after the fight as well, Volkanovski. And then he said it to him, and he's like, I thought Holloway won,
Did he?
And he took it well, Volkanovski. I like him.
Hey, what a call,
It's not like I don't like him. I do like him, but I just like Holloway more. Oh, their press was good. They're squealing on each other, them two.
Were they? I've not seen that, but I love both of them fighters. Me, like Holloway is a fucking goat, isn't he? Best boxer in the game. I seen that scrap I put on the story the other day.
I was hard to watch that, you know.
He's literally saying, as he's doing it, I'm the best boxer in the sport. Bam, 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 bam. He's like looking at the judges and he's scoring this. Bam, bam, bam.
But you know what it is? I watched that fight like whenever it was, fucking ages ago.
It's hard to watch his fights sometimes.
Because he just doesn't stop. Bursting the bloke like in there. But he was so like with that he could have easily got knocked out. You know, he wasn't even watching, man. He was just taking digs, isn't he? But he's known for taking that kind of punishment.
He's a beast,
that's what he says in his press. You know, he said, "I'm known for taking damage, and Volkanovski's known for making none or something like that." Which is not true, but like they're fully like raging at each other, and you got to watch it.
I will.
Pretty cool.
I'll be keen to watch that fight, like, because like you say, both fights were fucking close, so it'll be another fucking war, won't it?
We
should get it on tomorrow.
Maybe
rainy weekend in the house. It's fucking
not much. A rain bomb has hit Sydney, as they reckon.
Fucking pissing doing.
Been lovely for about a month and all, and then I thought that might have been the end of the La Nina.
Yeah. In other fight news, see Joey Barton's call out Usman Dabo, you know, when he chinned him.
I didn't say that, no.
Says, Joey Barton lifted the lid on his version of the infamous...
Blew the lid, did he?
He blew the lid, clean
Wants to be on the programme, likes blowing lids, does he?
He blew the lid on his version of his infamous training ground fight with Dabo at Man City and offered the Frenchman a shot at revenge in a charity boxing match. The former midfielder, 39, was hit with a 6-match ban by the Football Association in 2008 for assaulting his then Etihad teammate on May 1, 2007. He was also given a 4-month suspended sentence after admitting assault, occasioning actual bodily harm after Dabo was left with cuts and bruises as well as a detached retina. Barton, who has served time in prison, and also landed himself in hot water for stubbing a cigar out on a youth team player's eye, is now boss at Bristol Rovers. After narrowly missing out on promotion to League One with Fleetwood last season, he explained that he and the club's chairman failed to speak for 10 days. In an open and frank discussion on Robbie Lawler's podcast, nothing was off limits. And
Robbie Lawler?
Sorry, Robbie Fowler.
Robbie Lawler. What the fuck's he doing on there?
I haven't got my glasses on, guys. Nothing was off limits, and he was only too happy to discuss his clash with Dabo after claiming he was knocked out. The ex-Lazio man, after he claimed he knocked out the ex-Lazio man in self-defence, a claim denied by Dabo. He even said he was open to settling the score once and for all. But Dabo was saying that it was a sucker punch in that one knee, and that and other players apparently says that he punched him when he was looking the other way, and that
he's wild.
He's rash, isn't he?
I liked having him play for the Toon, but he's a loose cannon. You can't get sent off like that.
Didn't he get in bother in the big market?
I think he got bother in Liverpool as well. Fucking few of them chinning.
He's fucking wild, isn't he?
Seems like a bit of an arsehole, to be honest. But I like them playing for the Toon.
He's just a fucking magic, isn't he?
He couldn't survive in today's game. Him. He simply
like you said, the game's changed. You can't get away with that these days.
No. But talking about that, actually, that reminded us. Have you heard the crack with had they before I start getting into this? Let me see how long I've got. Plenty of time. Did you see Maradona?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how he's obviously dead?
Aye.
You see how the his medical staff though who looked after him while he was dying have been done for murder?
You joking?
No.
What?
It's just come out now. They all getting done, right? And I was watching this thing yesterday, and you know, like in Argentina, Diego Maradona's he's known as like a god, you know. They treat him like a fucking god.
Had his body in the streets.
In the streets when it's like almost religious, man.
Like paintings of him and that.
And they fucking love him. And I was like an interview with. So so after his offices were raided, Luque was the doctor who performed the fucking, or the surgeon or whatever, who performed the brain. He had like a blood clot on his brain.
What did he?
2 weeks before he died, and Luque was the one who did it. And he says after his offices were raided, Luque insisted in a tearful news conference, and you should have seen him and all, like he was pure devastated. He was like, he was that he was being made a scapegoat. Scapegoat means they just want to blame someone, doesn't it? Aye. And that there was no medical error in his op. And he says, you know what I am being responsible for having loved him, having taken care of him, for having extended his life and improved it till the end. And I believe in me, like, he was also saying, right, that Maradona, because they must have been pretty close as well, like him and all of his medical staff. So Maradona was saying that he'd had enough and that, and he was like sick of being Maradona and all that. And then, man, it's like it could be a bit of a conspiracy, you know what I mean? Like maybe because they love him so much, you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's like I reckon we could blow the lid off that.
Let's see how that one unfolds out and blow the fucking lid off it.
But imagine like being made. They want to blame someone because he wasn't too old, Maradona.
Yeah.
And,
he loved his cup and that though, didn't he?
Oh, yes.
So it was kind of believable that he would die at that age. It wasn't like... it was kind of not expected, but, you know, he didn't live the healthiest of lifestyles, did he?
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking wrecked all the time. Even when he was playing, man, you ever seen the video where he scores the goal and he runs out of the camera and he's got the camera and he's like that. You can see he's fucking off his face.
Guys, I used to have like whiskey and that before he went on. He couldn't even remember. You'd score 3 goals and he couldn't even remember playing.
His book's unreal, isn't it?
I've actually not read his book, you know. I've got it on the shelf there, but I've not read it yet. I'm gonna take it when I go on the holidays. Yeah, I'm gonna read it on the plane.
Honestly, it'll have you creased that. Do you know? Speaking of that, being wrecked while you're doing whatever you do. Hey, have you seen Tyson's just came out and says when he fought Roy Jones Jr.?
Aye, he was on mushrooms.
Aye.
I actually listened to that podcast where he said it.
Aye.
It was funny that, aye.
Fighting on mushrooms is some crazy shit. Or some magical shit, he said. It would be, no?
He works fucking well as well. Imagine though, like...
Maybe he was
like,
seeing everything in slow
I can't imagine... I mean, I've never had mushrooms me, like, so I wouldn't really know, but I can't imagine, like, being wrecked in, like, a happy little vibe. You'd want to be, like...
In a combat situation.
Aye, you want to be violent in that.
Mad him.
Oh, yeah. Nowadays, I think he's one of the most interesting human beings that ever walked the fucking earth.
Aye.
Like... it's easy to look at him and say, oh, like, or even back in the day when he was fighting, especially, look at him and say, oh, he's a fucking animal. But he's actually not, you know, he's a proper complex fucking bloke. Like, he's actually really down to earth and he's actually really nice. Do you know what I mean? But there's reasons to, like, why he was how he was and all that. And his book was a great book, by the way.
I've got it on the fucking shelf.
I would recommend that book to anyone, you know, like, as mad as you think Mike Tyson is, you live in another half of it, you know, until you read his book. Like, all the mad shit that happened towards the end of his career, and then after his boxing career, like, it was mental, you know, orgies, like, smashing coke all the time. He couldn't, like, he's from Brownsville, Brooklyn, and he couldn't leave, like, the hood behind. And, like, he used to go to the hood with his championship belts on and, like, smoke crack and that, with crackheads and that. And, like, and shag, like, prostitutes and just, like, mad shit, because he just couldn't leave it behind. He was just, he was just mad, like. But because he had quite a bad childhood and that as well. Like, when he was a kid, man, he was, like, a kid, 8 years old, he used to, like, rob people at gunpoint and that. He used to rob houses, burgle houses and that.
Fighting blokes and all that.
Aye. But I had a really hard childhood, so you can kind of understand the reasons as well. When you read the book, it's actually really good. Would recommend. So there's 2 books for you guys. Guys are in Tyson.
Yeah, guys, this is a crease, you know. Some of the shit that he got up there with 5 bellies, he was horrible to him, you know. Aye, like...
Didn't he put shit in his pie or something?
He made some pies for 5 bellies when he come to visit him in Italy or something like that. He made some pies and he put dog shite in them and dog food.
If you done that to me, I would fucking chin you, you know.
What you'd expect? Imagine I'd be stood by the door.
Imagine sat there laughing.
What do you reckon of that, Nick? Steve?
Honestly, you'd be off that balcony.
And he was saying, like, after he'd done that mad flute thing when he was playing for Rangers, he was obviously getting death threats from the IRA. And he says he wouldn't drive anywhere without 5 bellies. And he let 5 bellies he used to get in the car and start the engine.
What a liberty. Imagine the car has exploded. You stand there laughing.
And there was, honestly, that book will have you creased. I didn't read many books, mate. I'm not really into books at all. But I read Gazelles when I was living in May Street with you. And that book, like, literally, like, I remember. Sometimes it actually makes you laugh out loud. Like, it's fucking hilarious.
I like, I read, like, but only if, like, it's a book that I grabs us. Like, I might have a period of a year where I haven't read it out, but then I might read a few. But it's, like, autobiographies. Like, I read Tyson Fury's was unreal, you know. Obviously, Mike Tyson's. I read that Chili Peppers bloke one.
That was wild.
And, like, and stuff about, like, true crime or, like, you know, stories of, like, criminals, things that have actually happened. That's the books I like. I've read the odd, like, bit of fiction and that, but some of them, like, the odd one I like, but I end up putting them doing me because it's just not real.
I can't remember any story I've read.
I've read a couple. Alchemist was a good one because it's like it's got a good story in that. But I just like reading things. I like to learn something, when I read something that's actually happened, something about history or something. So, like, when I've read it, I've, like, learned something as well. Like, now I can sit here and spit facts about fucking Mike Tyson all day. You know what I mean?
Did you see Stan Collymore of all people just came out and said footballers should be banned from drinking alcohol?
Joking?
And he's literally known for being, like, a bit of a fucking loose cannon, like, setting fire extinguishers off in bars and that, and, like, hitting his lass and that.
So what's his theory behind that then?
It's because Jack Grealish has been away in America and that, gone berserk and all that with his mates, like, on the drink and that, spending fucking hundreds of thousands in a night and all that crap. But he says, like, footballers should just be banned, like, actually being serious. And I'm just thinking, no, like, the young lads and that, they fucking enjoy them. Like, they can't control people, man.
Football, like...
And what sort of comment is that?
I know they get paid stupid money, but it's still just that 9 to 5 job, innit? Like, whatever people want to do in their own time, it's up to fucking them.
Alright, so you can have this dream lifestyle,
try telling that to Gaza.
And George Best, like Best, some of the best footballers have been like
I know,
bad on the drink, but in any way, like, you kind of just stop someone, like, they say, you're not allowed to be, you're not allowed to drink.
Slaves to the football.
It's fucking horrible.
Can't have your own free choice.
Like, what? You just owned, like, you're not allowed to do that. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And anyway, it'll just make the players want to do more. Like, want what they can't have and all that.
You've just got to be realistic, you know what I mean? Fucking hell, they're only humans. Everyone's got to let their hair out.
Stan Collymore, like, who's he to? But maybe he's speaking from experience, I don't know. But he was meant to be a wanker anyway. He was like hitting his last salad.
Maybe he's didn't drink the night before match and that, like. But like, you know.
I think they're meant to anyway. But you know, like,
when it's off season and that, like.
But even on season, like, you know, like, if a team wins, why can't they go out and celebrate, have a drink? You know what I mean? Like, it brings like the whole
team morale and that. It brings
definitely.
Like, the team getting fucking pissed together. That'd be class.
And I was reading anyway about Eddie Howe likes to do that kind of thing. You know, like likes to have them run at his house and that.
Does he? That's class.
Aye. But aye.
How long we got?
Aye. Why are you going to blow the lid off something like? Had they check the mic? Is it bloody giddy?
Check.
Take the bloody giddy.
MC Pyro signing on.
Who's this Pyro like?
What was I gonna say? Did you see the Tommy Fury and Jake Paul thing, man?
Oh, it's a pure saga, isn't it? What's going on with that?
He looks like a pure mug, doesn't he, man? But
Jake Paul's hammering him in the build-up, like.
But Tommy Fury's been like silent now. He's not saying out. And
maybe it's just bullshit then.
Well, if you don't know, guys, Tommy Fury was on his way to America to do the press conference for the Jake Paul fight, and he didn't get through Heathrow Airport, and he got denied his visa or something like that. He wasn't allowed out of the country. But I don't know this for like definite, but I saw like reports saying that it was to do with that MTK dude, MTK Global, that boxing promotion that got closed down because he was head of a drugs cartel and that. Like, he was involved with murders and drug exportation. They had a gym at Bondi, you know, like a professional boxing stable, and that's closed down and that now. So I don't want to say too much, really. I may get myself fucking topped. But apparently everyone who's been linked with that guy, and people who, I don't know, on his payroll or whatever, are like implicated in some way. So I read that it was because of that, and everyone who was involved with him is just like, because he's on the run.
Everyone that's involved with him can't get a stiffy.
Aye.
Anyway.
Aye. But he's on the run apparently in Dubai or something like that.
Aye. Fair
enough. He's there's a massive bounty on him and that, and so it's a massive.
Give the dog the bounty hunter, be straight at Dubai.
And apparently it's a massive thing, you know. Like, we are wanted man and that, and so it's a massive crackdown, and anyone who had any involvement with him, they're fucking cracking down.
How's Tommy Fury got anything to do with him?
I know, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just pure bullshit. Like, but what else could it be? Like, why else wouldn't he be allowed in the country?
Flapping.
He just flapped it. I don't think he's flapped it, you know, and I can understand Tommy Fury's frustration and all this as well, because he's thinking, fuck's sake, man.
Aye.
But
maybe that's why he's silent, because he just didn't want to say fuck all until it's sorted.
I reckon, right? How do you reckon that fight goes if it actually fucking happens?
I don't know.
I reckon if it goes to like the distance or whatever it is, it'll be 6 rounds or something, won't it? Tommy Fury will definitely beat him on points if it's like, you know, if it goes the distance. But fucking, he's heavy-handed, fucking Jake Paul.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? He's got a big right hand on him, to be fair to him, you know what I mean? He may fucking spark him.
Imagine if he did.
Yeah, if he did, you know, it'll be so bad.
I know.
Nah, knockout, fucking highlight reel, fucking knockout. Spark him. We all have a internet. Oh, God. But surely not, though. Surely Jake Paul, a fighting man.
Does any party want that to happen or not?
Honestly, nah.
Nah.
I mean,
just for the minute of laugh we'll get, and then be like, oh no, can't believe he just done that.
It'll be terrible, though, you know, like, because we've been sitting here like saying, oh, he's not a boxer, and you know, he needs to fight a boxer. Imagine he fights him and he fucking sparks him. It would be terrible.
I know.
Would I look like mugs?
Surely it's not gonna happen, but I never know.
But surely not, man. It'd be terrible.
Ideally, Tommy Fury makes him look like a whopper and just.
I know.
punches
Imagine he
him
just
out.
jabbed the fucking lips off him and boxed them all out.
That's what needs to happen, really, for any
Just give him
credible
a fucking-
ability.
He does, you know. Like it would be.
That's a lot of pressure on him, though.
No, it's a massive fight for both of them, really, you know. Fucking obviously, Tommy Fury's get the exposure. He could be the one person to shut Jake Paul up, and like actually, first boxer he's fought and give him a fucking boxing lesson. So, but it's also a big test for Jake Paul because it's the first boxer he's fought. So it's like a lot on the line, really, in this fight. Fucking knee pressure, guys.
I know. Yeah, I think the most pressure by a mile is on Tommy Fury, though.
Oh, 100%. I definitely.
Imagine.
I watched Tyson Fury did an interview the other day, and he was on about it. He was just saying if Tommy does it, he said this before as well. If Tommy doesn't beat him, he's got no business being in the boxing ring and that. He's like, but no pressure.
He's just called out the mountain. Did you see that?
Did he? Oh, I didn't see that. But
you know what it is. You know when you watch fucking Woodley against Jake Paul, he looked shit though. Jake Paul looked shit.
Oh, aye. And Woodley looked bad as well. Like,
so that was just too really bad.
Yeah.
Surely if Tommy Gunn's in there, like he's been fighting for years, he knows how to fucking box.
Yeah. And I've said this before, like, but Woodley, like, obviously wasn't a boxer. He looked awkward. His stance looked weird and that. Like, he's not a boxer. He's an unbelievable MMA fighter. But it's like someone who's used to having all those extra fucking tools and then just saying, I only use punching. It's just like, it's like chopping a bird's wings off. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. But we'll see how the cookie may crumble.
We'll see. We'll watch this space, guys. When's it meant?
Fucking entertaining either way, though, isn't it?
When's the fight meant to happen? In August.
Aye.
Fuck me.
And another thing.
You'll be on holiday.
And so will you.
Oh.
Mayweather's offered McGregor a rematch. Have you seen that?
Aye, and I see McGregor replied, accepted or whatever.
Did he? But you know what it is? As far as like, obviously it's not proper boxing, neither is Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, it's not proper boxing that, but fucking, it's entertaining. I don't care what anyone says.
I know.
It's fucking great to watch.
Mad.
The press conferences, remember the press conferences from Mayweather? We fetched Drake out and all that in Toronto. I watched that, man. I was like, yes, class.
McGregor was calling on 50 Cent and everything.
Aye.
He says, I fucking run New York and all that.
That was mint in that.
It was class, aye. It's mad.
That might happen.
The age we live in now for the fight game and that, like, has evolved into, like, obviously you've always got the boxing and the MMA and that, but there's now this new thing, this exhibition fucking space now, isn't there, where, like, anything can happen. Anyone can fight anyone. Fucking, you've got Tyson Fury in the fucking WWF and all that.
I know, aye.
Like, and that happened, I think Muhammad Ali done that years ago, I don't know. But, like, MMA fighters fighting boxers and retired fucking legends, like, fighting and all that. It's good, it's entertaining, I think. At first, I was a bit like, I don't know about this, like, but...
Mayweather
to be fair...
the Big Show's jaw, didn't he?
Did he, aye?
He actually did,
did he?
Aye, remember...
I remember he was like, I've seen the video of him fucking boxing him, like, where he broke his jaw, did he?
Was it the Big Show? I think it was, wasn't it?
Aye.
He like kneels down in front of him and Mayweather full sparks him and there's hell on, like. I think that's real, you know.
Mike Tyson was in the WWF and all 1 years ago. He's fighting Stone Cold and DX and all that.
Aye. Spandex.
What was I gonna say? The only thing about these whole exhibition things is that, like, the Holyfield one, remember that?
Aye.
Like, that was fucking...
It was awful to watch.
It was hard to watch that, like, you got... Oh, yeah.
It was like watching the old bloke getting fucking...
Like, he looked unreal in shape, you know what I mean? Like, he looked in fucking wicked nick, but he wasn't...
You're getting old bloke, didn't he?
Like, Holyfield's a legend, man. He's one of the fucking best heavyweights that's ever fucking boxed. It was sad to watch, like, he got fucking punched all out, didn't he? It was fucking awful.
One when fucking... Was it not Ortiz fought fucking...
Oh, fucking Liddell.
Aye, that was just awful to watch, you know?
Because when you watch their old fights, man, they were proper tear-ups. Like, that's that classic clip where Liddell punches Ortiz, like, from one side of the cage. You're like, bam, 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 20 digs. He's on the cage, bam, 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 bam. It's full with 100 digs off him. And he was just like an old fucking...
it wasn't nice,
he was like an old man. But, you know, you can understand, though, like, if there's a big payday on the line, fuck me, I'll get in there with Chuck Liddell and look at offers £1 million probably, do you know what I mean? I'll make him look at me selling all. Hey, what else we got on here, guys?
I just seen on the news actually, and I don't know we probably don't need to go down this route again on the transgenders and that, but another sport's come out and banned them.
Oh, have they?
Aye, so that's now, I think it's rugby league that's banned them now. So it's rugby league, swimming and cycling, you're not allowed to do it. If you transitioned after you were 12.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Fucking right.
You know, each...
and that's nothing against them, you know.
Yeah, I live and let live and all that, you know what I mean? But, like, if you've got...
But finally some sense
yeah,
for me.
but, like, you know, if they've got an unfair advantage, then it's unfair, innit?
I just thought I'd say there, because it's just happened just yesterday.
This just in.
Aye.
So,
no blokes playing rugby against women.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's good. It obviously makes sense, doesn't it?
Aye, and it's a bit of a relief, you know, that they're starting to say that they can't be allowed. I think they let it go too long.
Imagine being like a female athlete and you come up against
a bloke,
a transgender woman who's like just physically like, you know, superior or whatever you want to say, fucking, you know, I've got the advantage. Like in any sport, like fucking hell, imagine like boxing or like MMA or fucking
boxing, man.
Fuck's sake. And then they're winning the gold.
Boxing though. It's not right, that.
Aye.
Remember that video that was...
It's obviously not fucking right.
That video was
I was taking the slang.
of the MMA one. It's obviously a woman who had transitioned a man who would transition into a woman fighting a woman in MMA and obviously gets fucking battered around the ring. And then her lad jumps in and starts scrapping on with the transgender lady.
Fucking hell.
It's fucking crazy, man.
It's mad, man.
It's just,
welcome to 2022, guys. It's fucking mental, isn't it?
Speaking about welcome to 22, you're not going to know more on the Bill Gates.
I have an update on Bill Gates, guys. So, an entity linked to billionaire Bill Gates.
What's that? Entity?
An entity.
He's into UFOs, isn't there? Where is he?
An entity just like...
He's into ghosts.
Like a, you know what entity means?
Nah.
Like a fucking...
An entity? You didn't even know?
I don't know how to explain
it. Got it!
Like a body or a corporation or like a, you know, an establishment kind of thing.
Well, you learn something new every day watching NE FILTA podcast, guys.
An entity linked to billionaire Bill Gates has reportedly purchased 2,100 acres of potato farmland in northern North Dakota, angering local residents. So you know how we were saying that he's supposedly buying up all the farmland and getting rid of all the actual meat and coming in with these fucking, what do you call it, Impossible Burger. So this has just happened this week. He's bought up all this land. The state is investigating the purchase of potato farmland by the Gates Linked Trust, with the state's Attorney General writing in a letter that it was prohibited from owning or leasing farmland or ranch land in the state of North Dakota. So that was that.
Yeah, get your titties and stick them up your arse, Bill Gates.
And then
stick that in your documentary.
How on last week or the week before we had that video where that was like all them cattle had died. There's another video just came out.
Yeah, we never put that video in.
Did we not?
What? Nah.
You fucking joking?
No, we didn't.
No, I did.
Of all the cattle's did? Didn't. When was that? Not last week.
Maybe the week before.
Was it last week?
I swear I did.
It was just last week, wasn't it?
Aye. Nah. I swear I did. Well, anyway, there's another video came out. If I haven't put the other one on, I'll put it on now. But I'm sure I did. But there's another video came out anyway where like thousands and thousands of cattle have fucking died. Like just last weekend as well. So it's just happening where like fucking... So Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland.
And killing the pigs.
And killing all the animals. And it's there's going to be no meat. And it's going to be all the Impossible Burger.
I'll just go on vegetarian.
Holly actually sent us a photo from like Asda or Tesco or something the other day of like these like mad burgers.
Shut up, man. It's actually happened.
I don't know if it was the Bill Gates one, but like the Impossible, like the fucking meatless fucking burger.
And you know what my theory is? Pumping them all full of soy, and all the blokes is going to be run with a pair of tits.
Well, yeah, he has a theory, and we'll end it on this, guys, but we'll blow the lid off this another time. They reckon that it's a whole conspiracy, right, by China. Like, they're introducing all these kind of ideas to the West, right, and it's like to make the men weaker in like
Oh, that's scary.
in all that shit. So it's like the thing about the long game of warfare.
Yeah.
So like eventually like all our breed of like people in that would be like weak. The men will be weak and all that shit, or like and then but meanwhile they're doing the opposite. So like in 100 or 50 years time or whatever, all us are fucked. And,
do you know what? To add to that, I was watching something. Who the fuck was saying it? Someone credible anyway. It might have been someone on the Joe Rogan show. And he was saying like the likes of TikTok and that. The Chinese, they're allowed to make them and put them out into the world, but they don't get rewarded. And I think it's even banned, right? Yeah. From them to get any sort of reward from stuff like that. Yeah. But then it's like they've created that and given it to the West as a way to like make people get rewarded for stupid shit.
I saw that as well.
Like people doing stupid fucking challenges.
I think what it is, right? So TikTok here in UK.
By the way, and at the same time, they're rewarding their kids for being geniuses.
That's it. So what it is, if it's the same thing I've seen, so how TikTok works, like here in UK and America and all the Western countries and that, you get rewarded on TikTok for like stupid dances and just looking like a moron on the internet. Whereas in China and that, you get rewarded for like engineering and like maths and that.
I think it's the same thing,
you put videos on where you're proving like a theory, or you're like doing something proper cool fucking with engineering. Right. That's how you get points. So they're making us all into fucking divvies, and they're getting stronger and more intelligent.
Weak fucking morons, and they're getting stronger.
Yeah, man. All you've got to do is pull up Instagram and go to the search feed or whatever it is, the explore page, and just look at the world. Do you know what I mean? It's fucked. You've got like birds who don't even look like humans anymore. They've had so much work done. And just like blokes who are just, everyone likes like wanting likes and like attention and look at how good I am. And everyone's become really selfish.
It's mad. It's something flying. And now against whatever we're inclined to are. But I had a thing that was like from a fashion thing, and it was like lingerie for blokes, and I was
I saw that.
What the fuck's that?
Isn't it Rihanna's brand as well?
What the fuck's that?
Like Fenty or something?
Like bikinis and that?
There's a bit of fucking bloke out there wearing fucking suspenders and that.
Lingerie. I bet they're not doing that in China.
Fuck me, man. Would you rock a set of that for your lass?
Nah. Should laugh as
soon as you came home from work, you're on all fours in the bed with your fucking lingerie on. Go on then, pumpers.
Oh, God. Get laughed at the bedroom.
Hey.
Anywho.
Well, I think we should wrap this one up, guys.
I think to digress, guys.
Should we do who's got the line? Have you got one?
I have.
Elroy. Everybody love Elroy.
Hit the lotto of $1 million. I just don't understand.
Next Friday.
Everybody
loves
it's class,
isn't he? Oh, yeah, John Witherspoon, R.I.P. He was a fucking legend.
He was, wasn't he? He's a crease.
It's a shame, because I was on about making another Friday film, and it was always back and forth because Chris Tucker didn't want to do it.
Why though?
But then I think he eventually got on board, and then obviously John Witherspoon passed away, didn't he?
And also Debo as well.
Debo. So it's like they could do one, but they should still do one. I think it'll obviously not be like the classics, but it'll be entertaining. It'll be fun to watch and that. But and they could pay homage to those ones who passed away and stuff in some way. But I would like to see it, me, because the fucking Friday is a classic film. Next Friday is fucking brilliant. The third one is still funny in its own right, but it's probably not quite as good. It's a bit daft in it.
It took like the first time I watched that, I was like, it's nowhere near as good. But then I watched it more and more times, and I was like, it's alright.
He's still got standout bits for me, like in my head, where he's like, when Damon comes out of prison, he's like, these pecs, Craig and Diddy. Just the brothers I want to see. He's got them in a head look like that.
Starch and press.
And there's that old woman who fancies the fan.
She's got passion.
Tell your finest daddy, I said. Just like looking at
ridiculous.
I'm a bad motherfucker. Oh, hey. Right, here's my...
Pinky and that. Pinky's going wild, isn't he?
Pinky, Merry Christmas.
It doesn't even make sense.
At the party, he gets pumped off there. Money mate, doesn't he?
Money mate, That's, what's he called? Cat Williams.
Aye. Great show.
Right, here's my Who's Got the Line.
I need to stick that on this weekend. I bet it.
I'll watch Friday or next Friday or whatever. Right. Talk to me, Goose.
Oh yeah, talking about that by the way.
That is. I knew you'd like it.
I went to see that last Sunday, and it would have been better, but you'd already spoiled it.
What do you mean?
Nah, you didn't spoil it at all. It was not even joking. I was coming out. I was nearly bubbling me. I was like, that's by far one of the best films I've ever seen.
Same. I thought I honestly might go and see it again, you know.
Yeah.
Because Cass hasn't seen it.
It's not like, obviously, the first Top Gun, we hadn't seen it, and it's like supposedly this like classic and that, and it was really good. Really enjoyed it and that. But number 2 pisses all over that.
I think it was good.
It's got like an unbelievable storyline, like, and the soundtrack and that. Like, and the
no,
way,
it's
like,
class.
It's
spoiler alert. You know, like the opening scene of the original Top Gun, how it's that kind of like orange light and it's like all the planes and the people on the runway and that. The start of the new film, exactly the same, but it was like obviously just much better and updated. And you know how it's class as well.
But you know what else on that topic? I was saying later on the way, I was like, do you know when it explains what Top Gun is? They used the same font. I'm sure it was even the same thing.
The same thing.
And I was like,
so it like stayed true to the original, but like added loads more. Like I loved Rooster. You know,
class him.
He was in that film. Watched the one of the
I was shite that.
I was shite that one.
But he played it unbelievable.
He was wicked. It actually looked a bit like Goose and all. He had the tash and he had the shirt and he's on the piano and
the
that.
way he stands and that.
I
was mint.
I fucking loved it, mate. What was I gonna say there?
The soundtrack's unbelievable, by the way. I love the Lady Gaga film.
I've actually started to like fucking Tom Cruise, you know. These are the only 2 films I've ever seen with Tom Cruise in, you know. And I fucking thought he was class.
I know. Maybe we need to get to the bottom of him.
That's brilliant.
Maybe he's a stand-up guy. Let's just tell ourselves that. Minority Report's good.
I've not seen it.
That's pretty. I remember watching a picture I see years ago and it was decent. Like, maybe shite now, like, but I thought it was Cannonier anyway. If you wouldn't mind pressing like and subscribe, guys, and I will say it every week. They couldn't did.
Like and subscribe, guys. And I think that's all for today, guys.
Getting close to the season finale, so you didn't want to miss that.
Another couple episodes, guys, and we'll be wrapping up for this season, and we'll be back in September
for season 3.
For season 3, guys.
All right, then. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. It's a long one this week.
Sweet.
That was another 20 minutes.
Was it?
Oh, God. We're only meant to go in for 4 bars.
I don't know.
You have to press stop on there.